We plant seeds in the ground and dreams in the sky, hoping that someday the roots of one will meet the upstretched limbs of the other. It has not happened yet. We share the sky, all of us, the whole world. Together, we are a tribe of eyes that look upward, even as we stand on uncertain ground. The earth beneath us moves, quiet and wild, its boundaries shifting, its muscles wavering. The dream of sky is indifferent to all this, impervious to borders, fences, reservations. The sky is our common home, the place we all live. There we are in the world together. The dream of sky requires no passport. Blue will not be fenced. Blue will not be a crime. Look up. Stay a while. Let your breathing slow. Know that you always have a home here.
Never write with pencil, mija. It is for those who would erase. Make your mark proud and open, brave, beauty folded into its imperfection like a piece of turquoise marked. Never write with pencil, mija. Write with ink or mud or berries grown in gardens never owned, or sometimes, if necessary, blood.
As a boy, I would climb trees, reach into nests birds would leave unattended. I would fill my hand with small eggs, and often one or two hatchlings would stare at me from behind the sprigs. There were times I wanted to take them home, keep them as my own, raise them. Imagine their beaks would one day open to call me Father.
Nobody knows I exist, but who do you think keeps those squeaky clean hallways looking like that? And every time our pendejo of a captain navigates us right into the local magnetic gravitational time warp space flux super duper ever ready force field, and half the crew upchucks their breakfast, who puts in the double shift? Sure, every ship needs guys like me to do the dirty work, but there's no need for the recruiters to lie about there being plenty of room for advancement. I'm not blind. I know the only way we can get into the academy is by landing jobs in the kitchen. So here I am. And let me tell you, it never ceases to amaze me how people can get so dumb the more important they become. Take the captain, for instance. One thing for sure, this cabron will never suffer from a prolonged case of blue balls. The dude boinks anything in skirts and gets away with it. I thought it was the V-waist figure he gets from wearing that girdle all the time. But when I mail ordered mine and wore it for a week, nobody noticed. Even when I had the mop standing straight up because the chingon wouldn't let me bend at the waist. Everyone knows he always goes on those landing parties. Why do you think they call them that? Because he's constantly looking for some strange action. Rumor has it, and I find this one hard to believe, during one of these excursions, the old man actually found time to get laid by a green chick. Talk about thinking with your chorizo. All I know is he kept a daily appointment with the doc for 2 straight weeks. Well, last week I was up for a promotion. And as I stood at attention in front of his desk in my best uniform, hair brushed, shoes shined, brass polished. He told me what a great job I was doing. A clean ship is a godly ship. My contribution to the morale of the crew was priceless. I had so much bullshit packed up my ass, I thought I was going to explode. Then he said he couldn't promote me at this time because I didn't take the initiative to enroll in a leadership course being offered on the ship. And I needed to work on my physical appearance, maybe do daily sit-ups and pass on the free tacos during happy hour at the enlisted club. When I thought of how I spent Christmas Eve cleaning up after the officers' party and how the stink of Vulcan vomit lingered with me for days, no matter how many showers I took, well, it just didn't seem right. Today, while cleaning the captain's quarters, I found his supply of condoms, and without hesitation, I pulled out my trusty micro laser Swedish Army knife and proceeded to make minute punctures in each one. Like my great ancestor, Juan Luis Enrique Hidalgo Dolores Garcia Vargas said as he was climbing the walls of the Alamo, "Fuck them if they can't take a joke."
On the crackling edges, the piña cold and tart darts on the tongue, the chicle that my girl child in her pink tutu, no tights, ballet flats against asphalt spends all her grubby change to buy at dollar store. And my boy with dog hair woven into his own, popping against black sky, fireworks spackled against his skull. And even I dance with a mop around the living room, mouthing Nicki Minaj, "This starship is higher than a mother." While now the girl child with a bubble at her mouth steams in science goggles at the kitchen table, and the beautiful boy reads comics where a Black and Latinx boy like him grows spidey senses and says, "We can all wear the mask." And every time I've flatlined, these small yets with their mama scrubbed belly buttons or tender earlobes, with their fevered skin I've cool compressed all night, Vicks Vapo I've rubbed into the fleshy pads of their patas, lighting candles to Santa Muerte until their chests have cleared and they've breathed. These small joys have shorn from me the devil winter coat and stitched me into a tent we've huddled inside, embryonic, each thawing underbelly, each summer scrying into fall as I fought each unmapped desert of depression, each broken territory of childhood trauma come flooding back as a mama, so I could stay with them. Have you known this punctured, never unlatching from your own praying hands? Have you? This holding in the spined stretches of borderland. Tell me, please, what prayers can I sludge from my heavy-bellied throat? What demon at the wounds blossoming as rooted fucking death into the beast and huddle and mass? The heat for the mothers and fathers who crossed worlds for this joy, and instead were met with us, who tore from their arms everything.